She smiled at me, but her eyes were empty. Her golden crown glinted in the moonlight, and I swear I saw it drip blood. I was a herdsman from the village of Dusi, and I had no business being in the king's palace that night. But the princess had sent for me, of all people, and you don't refuse the royal family. Her guards came to my hut and told me I was to bring my finest goat to her. I didn't ask why. I just obeyed. The palace was grand, but it felt cold, like the stones were alive and watching me. They led me to her chambers, where she sat on a high throne, her golden crown tilted slightly on her braided hair. Her beauty was unnatural, too perfect. It made my skin crawl. She spoke softly, like a breeze in the trees. "Is this your finest goat?" "Yes, princess," I said, bowing low. Her smile widened, but it didn't reach her eyes. She gestured, and 2 servants appeared, taking the goat from me. I thought that was the end of it, but she leaned forward and whispered, "Stay." I didn't want to, but my legs felt like stone. The servants brought the goat to the center of the room. The princess stood, her crown catching the firelight, and began to hum a tune. It was a haunting melody, and it seemed to pull the air out of the room. The goat struggled, bleating in fear, but the servants held it down. Then, without warning, the princess plunged her hand into the goat's chest. There was no knife, no blade, just her hand. She pulled out its heart, still beating, and held it high. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't move. She turned to me, her hand dripping with blood. "Do you know why I wear this crown?" she asked. I shook my head, my voice gone. "It's a gift from the spirits," she said. "But it demands sacrifice. Hearts, you see, are the price of power." She stepped closer, her bloody hand reaching for me. "And tonight, headsman, I think your heart will make a fine offering." That was when I finally found my voice. I begged. I pleaded. I even tried to run, but the guards were faster. They pinned me down in the spot where the goat had died. She knelt beside me, her eyes boring into mine. "Don't worry," she whispered. "Your sacrifice will make me even more beautiful." The last thing I saw was a golden crown, shining like a sunburst, as her hand came down. I don't know how I'm telling this story now. Maybe I'm a shadow. Maybe I'm just a memory. But I still